What is up, plant fam? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Lauren and this is my channel where we talk about all things planty. Now guys, from the title of this video, you guys may be confused because we are talking all about Hoyas today. I've been mentioning it a little bit on my Instagram and also on my channel that I've been becoming quite of a Hoya head lately. And today I wanted to show you guys my Hoya collection, a little unboxing right here of a new Hoya that I got, and just some other things about Hoyas that I love. So if you're ready, like this video, subscribe, and get your notification bell on, and let's get to it. I really don't know where this surge in love for Hoyas came from. Hoyas are actually one of the very first geniuses of plants that I had in my collection. So it's an OG, but I found my Aroid love, and then honestly, I think it's because I started watching Alessia's Leaves on YouTube and also BB Plants, and they just made me fall in love with Hoyas. Now, I am a very complete novice when it comes to Hoyas, as you guys will see as I show you my collection, but let's get going. And I figured I would start off with my very first two Hoyas, and they are my Hoya Compacta, my Hindu rope, and also my Hoya Crimson Queen. Now, if there are any Hoya lovers, experts out there happening to watch this, please help your girl out, because I pretty much have watering, humidity needs down, but I do not understand the lighting needs of Hoyas, and you will see why. So this is my very first Hoya, and it is from Plantarina, my OG video, and you'll be able to tell all the mistakes I made on this Hoya. So here it is. There's this one branch that I love because there are no sparse spots, but this vine is the worst. There are two nodes that have that gap. This branch right here has one node gap, and the same for these other two branches. And this is where I kind of struggle because I have a grow light shelf, I have a grow lamp, I have flexible bendable lamps that you can clamp on to whatever surface, and every single time I put it under my grow light, the new growth, as Plant Me Ashley calls it, when your plant is throwing hands right here, it burns and dies under my grow light, no matter which grow light I have. Same for my Crimson Queen. I talked to Alessia because she always posts all her Hoyas on her Instagram story. She uses a grow light, and I asked her if the new growth ever burns off on her leaves, and she said no, and probably I just need to pull it back away from the grow light. So I've been trying and I'm trying to figure it out. But let me show you my Crimson Queen. I got this one off Etsy, and when I got it, it had like no leaves on the vines. It really needs a trellis because literally every single one is filled with leaves now, and this makes me so happy. I actually talked about this Hoya in my first June-July favorites. Now, to get these to grow, I've dubbed it my Hoya shelf because it's literally a tiered shelf of all my Hoyas that I have in my bedroom, and my bedroom gets a very average medium light, and so far that's what's been helping these guys grow. The next Hoya that I want to show you guys is a Hoya for some reason was always calling my name when I learned about Hoyas, and I don't know what it is. I just had to get it, and it is my Hoya Obovata Splash. I also did get this on Etsy, and here she is. She's a little dirty. I need to kind of wipe her leaves down, but this is my Hoya. I think what really caught my eye when it comes to this Hoya is the big, round, succulent leaves. I think it's just super succulent and hardy and beautiful. I don't know how many adjectives I can use. This is the newest little baby leaf right here, and it's so, so cute. Now it's time for the next two Hoyas. And guys, I don't know about these Hoyas. I think they're beautiful. I think they're absolutely gorgeous, and that's the reason why I bought them, and I'm not gonna give up on them yet, but I am losing hope. One of them is kind of rough, and one of them is doing, okay. And these are Hoya Kerrii, and I have two. I do not understand Kerrii. I literally do not. I have had this Hoya right here for almost 3 months, and it's done absolutely nothing. I heard Hoya Kerrii in general can be one of the slowest growing Hoyas, but I have no words. Okay, so this is my variegated Hoya Kerrii that I got from Logi's greenhouse a while back. This is a discounted plant. I got it on a scratch and dent sale, so you will see some imperfections. But here is this plant. You can see some of them, like right here, look really gorgeous. I think that it's perfectly lovely, and I really wanted to grow massive vines and branches, how you see on Instagram. The people that have those types of Kerrii, please help your girl out. But this Hoya has done nothing, and I don't understand it. I feel like if there's one Hoya that I'm going to absolutely kill, it's probably going to be this one, because I give it all the love, the light, the water, and yeah. But anyway, I do have another Hoya Kerrii, and it's doing a little bit better, and I do really love this Hoya, and it is a Hoya Kerrii Splash. I got this from Etsy as well. I feel like I got a lot of my Hoyas on Etsy, but Etsy's where it's at. And here is this plant. I do love splashy Hoyas, but there is a particular foliage of Hoyas that I like better, and you will see. Once I got this, I did put it immediately in my Hoya shelf. I did not put it under grow lights from learning about how my other Hoyas reacted, and it is growing this little branch right here, and I'm going to take that as a good sign. Next up, before we get into the bulk of the story, is another Hoya Compacta, and this was the bargain steal of 2020 plants for me, and it is the variegated version of a Hoya Compacta. There are no holes and patches of empty leaves on here. I've been taking really good care of this Hoya, and that's how you learn, guys. For being a plant parent, you learn from your previous plants, and the knowledge and the mistakes you made enable you to take care of more plants, and that's exactly what happened. Again, I put this plant immediately on my Hoya shelf, not under grow lights, and because of that, all of the new leaves or hands are growing perfectly well. Now we're on to the fun part of this video, and not that the beginning wasn't not fun, but this is where my transition to really loving Hoyas began, and that's because of Alessia's Leaves and BB Plants and other YouTubers that have really opened my eyes to the beauty of Hoyas. As I've mentioned, I do love splashy Hoyas, but veiny Hoyas are where it's at for me. But before I go into the veiny Hoyas, there is a splashy Hoya that I want to show you guys, and Oh, I think it's so dainty and adorable. And this is my Hoya Khroniana. I believe I'm saying that right, or a Hoya Eskimo. It is a little baby. It has roots, and I have it in this little hexagon. Is this a hexagon? A hexagon has... I really love this splashy Hoya. It makes me want to get so many other splashy Hoyas, like a Hoya pubic hallux splash, but I think it's really, just really adorable. I want the super Eskimo Hoya. I'll put a picture right here where it literally looks frosted and icy and white, but this is the first transition for me where I really got into Hoyas. But as I mentioned, I am into the veiny Hoyas, and it has not stopped. I think veiny Hoyas are the foliage that I love, and I'm getting addicted. But don't worry guys, it's not as near bad as my aroid spending. But this first Hoya, I can't even tell you guys how much I love it. And it is a Hoya Villosa. I did get this on eBay for a really good price, and look at this Hoya. The veins are beautiful. The veins are dark. They're like a super dark green. Sometimes in the light it can look black, but they're so substantial. Like if I put my hand right there, it's literally the size all the way from the end of my thumb to the top of my index finger. Now with this Hoya Villosa, I don't just love it for its foliage. I did not know that Villosas had this characteristic, but it's also fuzzy. It's fuzzy. I don't think you'll be able to see it on camera, but when I touched it, I think I literally freaked out at first because it's fuzzy on the back. The petioles and the stems are fuzzy, and I think this is the coolest Hoya ever. It's like sexy in the front, party in the back, you know? It is because of this Hoya that has made me want to get other veiny or fuzzy Hoyas, or just more Hoyas in general. I do have a list of Hoyas that I want. On the list, some of them are common Hoyas and others are kind of rare Hoyas, so I'm getting into it. But let's do a quick little rundown of the Hoyas on my wish list. A Hoya Crimson Princess, a Hoya Chelsea, a Hoya Caudata, I believe that's how you say it, a Hoya Thomsonii, a Hoya Polyneura, a Hoya Vitellinoides. There's just so many others. Those are the only ones I can't think of right now. Oh, a Hoya Forbesii and a Hoya Veitchii. So guys, I'm getting addicted, and this has started it all. Now we are going to unbox a beautiful Hoya. It's a veiny Hoya, and I am so excited. It was a pricey Hoya, but you know, it's okay because I never spend money on Hoyas really, so you know, that's how I'm gonna justify it. I will not tell you guys what this Hoya is until I open it, but if it's just as beautiful as how I saw on Instagram pictures and just the listing itself, then I think I'm going to freak out. So it is just a little Hoya, but the packaging is pretty huge for this little Hoya. Oh, it's heavy. Why is it heavy? I'm so confused. Okay. Okay, guys. Oh my God. It's bigger in person than I thought. Don't you love unboxings? This time I did it at the end, so switching it up on you guys. But while I'm opening it, I will tell you what it is. It is a Hoya Meredithii, and I think this is a more uncommon, rare Hoya. There is slight damage on the leaves, but I overall think it's okay and it's completely fine. But here is my Hoya Meredithii. Look how beautiful that veining is. It's really big as well. It's almost as big, or maybe a little bit bigger than my Hoya Villosa. Wow, that is gorgeous. Oh, I love it so much. It feels very smooth, even smoother than my Villosa. My Villosa feels a little more rigid. I can feel the textures and the indents, but this is just smooth all around. Ooh, it's sexy. It's a sexy Hoya. Okay, let me clean up and we're gonna be done with this video. That is it, plant fam. I really hope you enjoyed a different video on my channel about a different genius of plant that I have been absolutely in love with. All of my Hoyas, even though some are being naughty and some are being super good, I still appreciate their beauty and absolutely adore all of them. I will let you guys know how all my Hoyas are doing, but especially my new love, my veiny, beautiful Hoyas as well. But that is it. If there are any particular topics that you guys want to see, leave it in the comments below. Like this video as it really helps me out a lot, and I will see you guys in the next video.